Alonso, and the safety car, medical car in position. There is the green flag. 5 lights are on here in Jeddah. It's lights out, away we go. I think Alonso got a slightly better start. Perez is trying to come across and cut him off, but I don't think he's done that. Fernando Alonso into turn 1 from Sergio Perez. Then comes George Russell. Carlos Sainz has under pressure now from Lance Stroll, and then comes Esteban Ocon in the Alpine. Perfect start from Fernando Alonso, and somebody has lost a bit of bodywork in the back, and I think it's one of the McLarens, which could well be Oscar Piastri, but we'll check on that as Alex Albon goes off the track. Green start for Fernando Alonso as they now skirt through. Charles Leclerc in the midfield, Max Verstappen trying to make up places. Lance Stroll is right on the back of Carlos Sainz, but it's his teammate Fernando Alonso that has started well and has round the outside of turn 13. Goes Max Verstappen and past Carlos Sainz.
And Alonso's been noted for incorrect starting position. Unfortunately, that happened to Esteban Ocon 2 weekends ago, of course, and he took a penalty for it. So was Alonso outside of his allotted start box, or whatever it was, with the extra rear temperature he was getting in his tyres, he took off beautifully.
He absolutely did. I've got damage, says Oscar Piastri. We saw.
And look how feisty Lewis Hamilton looks now on those medium compound tyres. So that, I think, is going to be an enormous fight over the final place on the podium.
Here goes Lewis Hamilton. Didn't quite have enough straight to do it into turn 1, but look at him out of the corner here.
Just a touch out of order, but it didn't matter anyway. Hamilton's got so much more grip and confidence.
Let's go!
No DRS for 2 laps, of course. They don't open up the rear wings, that it's not available to them.
Oscar Piastri, the other rookie, the rookie at McLaren, raced here and won. I think Nick De Vries is the only driver in the AlphaTauri currently that hadn't raced here before.
Can you see any damage in the car?
So far, no feedback. Stand by.
There's something is not right. I mean, there's some sliding error.
So, and Russell's just done a personal best, actually, on the previous lap and pulled out a little bit. So George now has decided he's going to drive it hard. Yeah, it's...
Beach.
Because they're losing out a little bit now to Fernando Alonso. The 2 Ferraris, mind you, the Ferraris are only doing mid 1 minute 34s on these tyres. The Ferrari is slow on the hard compound tyre and dropping back.
Mercedes keeping Ferrari at bay here.
As many promised us, it does look like a very close fight between Aston Martin, Mercedes-Benz and Ferrari.
Fernando Alonso's on his tail, picking up the slipstream, another 12.5 miles an hour of extra pace. Russell goes to the inside to try and cover. It's a drag race, and he makes the move, but George Russell comes back at him. Alonso gives him enough space, forces him wide enough, and George Russell has to concede.
Yeah, tires, they feel very good. I like this tire. Copy.
He's got DRS, it's not helping him, it's just keeping him in touch.
Cracking battle, but it is for 15th, 16th and 17th, sadly. But good to see.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Guys, what's going on with the engine?
It's pretty much the only battle out on the track currently, unless Kevin Magnussen can get a bit closer to Tsunoda. Is this battle going on here? Here comes Lance Stroll. They tried the undercut. This is going to be very tight indeed. Lance Stroll's making his way just out of the final corner. A bit of a DRS train is already forming where the DRS, because 2 cars have got it, rather negates itself and there's no big advantage. And Leclerc was worried about this going into the race, saying this might hamper my progress through the field a little bit as well. And there goes Lance Stroll into turn 1. The undercut has worked there for Aston Martin.
He's used his battery probably in a different way, so that's interesting. Again, it looks like he could match whatever Verstappen's going to throw at him. And there he was. He was almost, perhaps a little too cautious there, and unfortunately then got pinched by the Alpine.
He just broke my car.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Fuck! Why? Bloody, what I do?
under pressure from Nick de Vries. Going into the hairpin, de Vries manages to dive down the inside, and I dare say here, with a better exit out of that final corner, can try and get past on the straight. Lance Stroll's not on fresher tyres, or as fresher tyres, he is but a sitting duck down that straight, even though he tried to defend it. De Vries up to 14th.
What's the fastest lap?
We are not concerned about that at the moment, Max.
Yeah, but I am.
You can understand why Verstappen is concerned about it and would want that extra point.
I feel like the Manshaft is running a bit rough.
It's just the B-bell offset that's left, Max. Can't do anything on the B-bell map itself.
Now, you know this is going to be fascinating here on those tyres to the end of this Grand Prix.
Can he go to lap 50 in the checkered flag on a set of tyres that only did 16 laps maximum in the 2022 race? That might have been because of the safety car, though. Not saying that was the life of those tyres, but that was the maximum that anyone did on those tyres this time last year. Maybe here in Saudi tonight, Logan Sargent trying to get past. Has that Williams got some pace to try and sneak a second point or two for the season so far?
What are they looking at down there into turn one?
As Lewis Hamilton, his engine has blown, and his chances of winning Grand Prix with it.
Oh no,
The Haas of Nico Hulkenberg. Better grip coming out of the corner. Hulkenberg fights him off for the time being. This is a cracking little battle from a man in his 182nd start up against a man in only his second start. Nico Hulkenberg returning full-time to Formula One. An impressive qualifying once more, trying to keep the young rookie at bay.
For good measure, as Hulkenberg was taking the mickey out of me on the grid about his favourite line.
I think he was a day late and a dollar short with that line, to be fair.
Brundle bingo.
On this particular occasion, Hulkenberg putting up a decent defence. Logan Sargent, he sees the checkered flag in his victory at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
And there's kind of a risk of overdriving the car.
He's
Now look
going
at
down
that.
the inside,
Lovely.
Martin. What a move! He's got a little bit of DRS assistance.
And here we go. He gets a great drive out of the final corner, and he knows it. Then punching the air with delight.
Right at the line, and by a tenth of a second, Max Verstappen will come home to take second place. Piastri, though, takes the checkered flag and takes podium. Well, Valtteri Bottas comes home to take fourth place. We need to lie down after that, Martin Brundle, but there's an awful lot of talking to be done.